This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, and this is going to be my first TV review, and it's going to be on Season 4, Episode 1 of Gotham. I was really impressed last night by this episode. If any of you have ever watched Gotham in the past 3 seasons, it's spotty and iffy at best. It's at times really hard to watch, especially in the first couple of seasons, because it felt like they were trying to get their bearings and get a sense of what kind of show they were. And also, a lot of fans were like, why is Bruce starting off so young and yada yada. But now it seems like in this 4th season that they have finally owned, like they feel like they have some confidence about him. The show, I was really impressed. This is the only thing that I have a hard time believing so far. And I wonder if the people, my dad said, I wonder if the people that cast this guy are kicking themselves now. And it is the main actor. He just looks like a string bean. And that's not a bad thing, but if that's how you're built, but it just doesn't give off the air of Batman, you know? And it shows him doing this is a spoiler, by the way. This video has spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, but if you just want to get a sense of if it's worth seeing, then yeah, you definitely should check out this first episode. Anyway, back to the spoilers. In the opening scene, we see him fight some people about to rob a family, like what happened to him, and it shows him just dominating these guys, but then you see him and he just looks like he weighs maybe 100 pounds. So that part is the only thing that's kind of hard to believe, but overall the action was a lot better than I've seen before. The camera work looked a lot better. It looks like they really stepped up a lot of stuff in this 4th season. And if you know anything about the show, they weren't even expecting a 4th season at all. They thought they were going to get canceled, which is why in the season finale of the 3rd season, they went all out and just went ahead and made Bruce become sort of Batman-like in the end. And because they got picked up for a 4th season, they had to go with that. And I think that's cool. It makes them, it made them have to grow, I think, as storytellers and just now completely own their own little universe. Because it's like, you could just picture this as anything else. Like in the DC multiverse, this is like a different multiverse. And this version, Batman's starting off a little younger than usual. And so far, in the past 3 seasons, the villains have been kind of spotty. They didn't really seem like themselves. Like Mr. Freeze is Mr. Freeze, but he doesn't even have the dome, so his head's exposed. And so that doesn't make sense to me, because we all know he's supposed to be in a very specific climate. But I think that they start off really well, very strong in this episode, especially with Scarecrow. Now, this is a Scarecrow that looks like it takes a lot of influence off Batman the Animated Series, especially. It shows Jonathan Crane drawing something on the ground while these men are talking about him. And then when they drag him out, you can see he drew a picture of a Scarecrow, and it looks a lot like the first version that appeared in Nothing to Fear in Batman the Animated Series. So when I saw that, I was just like, yes! So I was actually really into this. I thought Catwoman had she had a very cool action scene, and the actress just killed it. I think that she did her own stunts for this, and she did a really good job. Like I said earlier, they did a really good job filming the stunts and the fight sequences as well. So it actually looked cool. It didn't look cheesy. Very high quality stuff. The story overall, the story that they started with, it's actually easy to follow. And if you watch any of the past 3 seasons, they tended to start up multiple storylines just randomly, and you didn't know where they were going, and you wouldn't even hear about a certain storyline for multiple episodes, and then all of a sudden they just bring it back up again. And you're like, what? Oh, okay. But this one, it seems like it's very easy to follow so far. Penguin, his iceberg lounge open, and he started a deal with the mayor and the chief of police, where you can only be a criminal if you have a license, and Penguin is the one that does the license. and because he does that, he only gives a certain amount of certain people, so that crime does actually drop because you have to have the license. So, in a sense, what they say is he's trying to unionize crime, and a lot of the GCPD police have to buy into this, and so right away we see that Gotham is extremely dirty. There's about 90% of the cops are dirty. The only one that wants to do anything about anything, of course, is James Gordon. And I like that they're starting to dip into the Batman mythos too. They even have a cool little scene where Batman in the show, the Bruce Wayne, like sneaks in and Commissioner Gordon says, "Oh, I didn't hear you." And then when you see Commissioner Gordon turn around at the end of the discussion, I was like, he's gonna disappear, watch. And then he turns around and he's like, where'd he go? So you get to see the first disappearance where Gordon just turns around and then Batman slips away. So that was very cool. Overall, I am excited. I'm looking forward to what they do with this. The Scarecrow costume design looked awesome. Especially even the actor that played Jonathan Crane, they made him look really gangly, and he just looks perfect for the role. And I'm really thinking that they finally got their footing, and that they're finally going in a direction that feels like they're just owning their universe. And if you haven't given it a shot in a while, I would say check out this episode. So I'm going to be doing Gotham reviews every Friday morning. So if you're interested in the show at all, like I said, I wasn't very interested in it, but like Batman, he said his main superpower is he never gives up. I'm not giving up on Batman. So I gave it a shot. I liked it. And I didn't even watch a lot of season 3 just because it was rough. I watched season 3. I didn't watch a lot of season 2. But yeah, I'll be doing this every Friday morning. So check in. I will have new videos up tomorrow. Batman episode review and action figure review. But this is going to be Batmobile. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, I'll see you guys later.